Welcome to this episode of the Tell It How You See It podcast. I am your host, Dante Williams. I got Jarvis Francis with me today. We got NBA topics all day today, NBA playoff topics. We're going to start with the first round. We're going to start off with the Grizzlies versus the Jazz series in the first round. This series ended in 5 games.
And I love this series because Ja Morant really came out. Game 1 and 2, he really showed himself, and I see him being the next superstar in this league. But Gobert...
He did.
God, man, Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year, he was amazing. And the Jazz are the better team, so you see they came out on top.
Right, they did. But I mean, after game 1, after Memphis got game 1, Jazz got 4 straight. So I mean, it was pretty much over after game 1.
Better team.
Yeah, better team. But I'm proud of Memphis. Big strides this year, making it to the playoffs, and I see the growth in Ja Morant and big things in the future because they got a young squad. And they got a good young coach, and I mean, I see some free agents coming down there, trying to play with Ja in the future.
And honestly, I think
even though it's the city of Memphis.
I'm just saying, Memphis is like Phoenix 2 years ago, so they're on the verge. Yeah. Like they're gonna compete. They're gonna be great.
It's tough though in the West, you know.
Yeah, I get it, but I see this team being great. Honestly,
Donovan Mitchell, man, he's been balling in the playoffs, and Mike Conley been dealing with the injury. We're gonna move on to the Mavericks versus Clippers series. This was a 7-game series that the Clippers ended up winning after going down 0-2. After going down 3-2 also. 0-2 and 3-2. So they came back, man.
So I'll say this, Dante.
Okay.
Dallas should have won this series, and the reason I say this is because Luka was amazing the entire series.
He was.
The problem with this series is Porzingis. Porzingis.
He's not number 2.
He's not even a number 4.
He's number 4.
I would take Tim Hardaway Jr. over Porzingis.
Oh, yeah.
And what I'm saying
he had a better series.
I read some articles and I heard some things that Porzingis was upset that this was in a 1-2 thing, but you're not the 2. So
well, he feel
can't
like
be a 1-2 thing.
He wants some of the plays to be ran through him a little bit,
Yeah, but I'm saying he's 7'3".
You can't do that when you got a ball dominant guy like you.
A 7'3" gentleman. He's a 7'3" gentleman.
Right.
And he takes so many threes. He's never been in the paint. He's never laid the ball.
He's a 7'3" guy that plays like he's 6'3".
Okay, and he shoots 30-something% from the 3-point line. So therefore,
get your big
it's
ass
a low 30%.
Yeah,
it's not a high 30%. Low 30%. And he's 7'3". And I feel like he cost them this series because when you go down 2-0, all right, you have the Clippers down 2-0. You have them down 3-2, and you only have one player playing. You gotta make changes.
I'm thinking not coaching, but I'm thinking roster.
No, it's not coaching. Rick Carlisle's
a great coach, yeah.
But I'm saying, you gotta really dig deep and change the roster, because Luka's a star, and I get it. Porzingis was that person that would be number 2, but he's not that guy.
Nah,
it's time to move on.
They need a real number 2. They need a real number 2. That's as far as that matchup, that's a bad matchup for the Clippers. They played them last year in the bubble also, and Luka gave them the business, and he gave them the business again this year.
And honestly, the Mavericks should have won that series.
If he would have got some help. He needs some help.
The Clippers slid through that series.
Of course. But I mean
with Kawhi gelling.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, Luka didn't get the job. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks didn't get the job done.
Facts.
But Clippers moved on, and Kawhi Leonard had a great series. Hey, Paul George,
he had an alright series.
Decent, But some of the role players like Reggie Jackson stepped up. Terrence Mann, Tyronn Lue, good coaching. So I mean, I like the Clippers, man.
I'm not sold on the Clippers.
Oh yeah, I mean they down 0-2 right now to the Jazz.
Trash.
We'll see. See what happens. But we're gonna move on to the Portland versus Denver Nuggets series, and this was a 6-game series that was won by the Denver Nuggets.
Correct.
Okay. What you think about this series? I just think Jokic gave them the business down low. I know once Nurkic get into foul trouble, they ain't really got no backup big man that they can play. Because they can't go to Cantor because he can't play defense. So they pretty much put Covington down low, and he's too small for Jokic, and Jokic pretty much just took care of him.
The story for this series for me is Damian Lillard. wow. He put up.
He took the money.
Man, he put up so many numbers, and you see, you can't stay in the same city. He has to move on. Ultimately, he gave his all for
He
this
took the
series.
money, and I don't feel sorry for him.
And agree. I agree.
He could have been gone.
I don't feel sorry for him,
Yeah.
but again, he wants to stay a staple in his community, and I appreciate that. But again, he will never win in Portland.
No.
He has to move on if he wants to be successful.
I mean, they will get a new coach in there. I don't see many roster changes that you can do other than trading the big piece, which is C.J. McCollum. I mean, like I think they need to throw that up. I don't think that the mixture is the right mixture.
I love the mixture. It's just not a championship team.
So I think we need to blow it up.
I agree with you.
Cool. I mean, shout out to Melo, man. Still coming out the bench, man. Filling it up out the bench, scoring, man. Hopefully he come back next year because he been balling off the bench.
Hey, Carmelo Anthony, blessings upon blessings. You know, moved up top 10 in scoring this year, and honestly, he's the unforgotten Hall of Famer. Unforgotten Hall of Famer because he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he ain't retired yet, so let him retire first. You know, if Chris Bosh got in the Hall of Fame, I'm pretty sure Melo got a spot in there. All right. We'll move on to the LA Lakers versus the Phoenix Suns series, and this series was a 6-game series won by the Phoenix Suns. I mean, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk because we got a Laker fan right here. So.
Oh man, I love the Lakers, die hard. Lakeshore till I die. Lakeshore or drown. But the better team won, and ultimately I could see it. Injuries depleted us, and there's no excuses. But I didn't see a rhythm. You know, AD was down, couldn't get playing. They called him what they call him?
Street clothes.
Street clothes.
Yeah.
So street clothes couldn't play.
Soft Continental tissue.
Oh man, it hurts.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I saw LeBron. I actually saw LeBron age in this series. I seen him be an older person and not be able to carry this team to victory in the first round. And Devin Booker was Devin Booker. It wasn't about Chris Paul. It was Devin Booker.
He put y'all to sleep.
Yeah, he did.
In the first quarter.
Yeah, honestly,
It was over in the first
his
quarter.
jump shot is amazing. He just
Him and
can't
Jay
shoot.
Crowder was hot.
And Jay Crowder is the worst player in the NBA.
Nah,
Honestly.
don't.
Being transparent. But again, when I see the Phoenix Suns, I was nervous. I can't tell you that I thought we would win this. And the best team won in 6.
Man, DeAndre Ayton had a great series against whatever big man that LA threw at him. I mean, he grew in this series, and of course the leadership of Chris Paul, you know, that stands out for this team, you know, and the coaching of Monty Williams. Phoenix Suns, man, they gonna go far, man. I don't know as far as winning the championship. I know they can get there. I know they can get to the championship. I don't know if they can win the championship. What do you think about that? What do you think about Phoenix Suns and their
I
chance?
don't know if they get there.
You
I
don't
think they
down
get
the
to the
West?
Western Conference Finals. I don't know if they're better
You don't
than
think
the
they beat
94.
Jazz?
You saw now?
You don't think they beat the Jazz in 7 games?
I don't know. That's a good series. I
Damn
don't know.
good series.
I don't know if this team's the 94-95 Suns. This ain't Dan Marley. This ain't
This
Kevin
ain't Charles
Johnson.
Barkley.
This ain't Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Okay.
They damn good.
But I mean, this is a good team, and it's gonna be tough to beat the East.
Oh yeah, of course, because you're gonna have to deal with either Brooklyn or that big man down there in Philly, Joel Embiid. But I mean, Devin Booker, great series, and then they had some bench contributions like guys like Cameron Payne and Bridges coming off the bench.
But I appreciate Devin Booker, consoling LeBron at the end of the series.
Consoling them.
I'm just saying,
They
in
just
regards to
jersey swap. I mean,
jersey
it's
swap, but just talking about Kobe Bryant
cool.
and understanding what Kobe invested in him, and that's big. It's big for me. It's big for everybody. Just because.
So, be extraordinary. He said something. Kobe told him. Kobe told him. He gave him this.
Yeah, ultimately, when you think about it, be legend.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you be legend, you be okay.
Be Kobe.
And be Kobe. And I
right
felt
about
that.
the 24 and the 8 in
But
the
I'm just
West.
saying, you could feel that in Devin Booker's game that series.
Kobe was in the house. He was in the house at Staples Center, Game 6.
I appreciate Kobe giving us the last one, but I appreciate him passing the torch on Devin Booker this one.
Right. Hey, he got the moment mentality. That he showed that killer instinct in Game 6, and I was glad he showed it because he's been making big steps this year, and this is where you make your name in the playoffs.
Those facts, the playoffs.
When you come to guys like Devin Booker and Trae Young, those guys are making their name right now in the playoffs. This is where you make your name when the stakes are the highest in the playoffs. We'll move on to the Philly versus Washington Wizards series. This was a 5-game series won by the Philadelphia 76ers. This wasn't much of a series. You know what I mean? Well, what do you think about Russell Westbrook in his year that he had, the triple doubles?
My biggest thing with this series is the fans. And,
of course.
and
ultimately, we gonna get into that.
I'm just saying, like, as fans, like, guys, these are athletes that are animals. And I think you have to respect the athlete and understand they're trying to compete and compete for something bigger. And, you know, throwing water bottles, shoes, popcorn, whatever. Like, I get it. Be a diehard fan. I understand it. I'm that person. But again, don't disrespect people. All right? We're here together. We're Americans. We're people. We're human beings, period. When I think about this series, I'm just proud the Wizards turned it around. I think they were 17-32 and still made the playoffs.
The second half of the season was a monster for the Wizards.
And they made it.
And that play-in saved the monster.
And the play-in saved them, and it was a bad mix, you know, between Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal
First
at
half
the
of the season
beginning.
it was.
And they got it together, and I appreciate that. Do they have enough to win? No. But again, I appreciate what they did. Why not? Why not?
In the future, I think they need like a third wheel. It'd be great to see a third wheel over there. Like
I
something
don't
like
think
that.
it happens. Phillies
You don't
are
think they
fine.
get like a small forward over there?
No.
That'd be a good piece. Like some.
It
some
would,
type of
it would be
small-
a great piece,
What
but I
about,
don't think
you know, like
the front
I
office.
tell you a good piece. Chris Middleton or something like that.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm saying front office in Washington, D.C. will not make this happen. It's worse than the political.
They gonna lose on Brad
This
Pitt.
is worse than
I think-
Democrats versus Republican.
I think Brad Pitt gonna stay.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
And even if Russell,
I think he like playing with Russell.
well, I'm saying even they both stay, that's not enough to win.
No, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Let's agree. to
They
disagree.
need some more. I'd say more shooting around Russell. But I mean, we'll see.
But I'm proud of what they did this year, and you know, I get it. Bradley and Russell are both at a point in their career where winning's the only thing,
Right.
and they haven't won. But again, this was a successful year for that team for what they spent on their roster. Their roster is not elite.
No, it's not. It's not. But I mean, they went far as they could.
So
and,
when you
and,
saw-
and I'm not a fan of the coaching either. I'm not a fan of Scott Brooks.
I love Scott Brooks, but what I'll say about this Sixers team,
They're dangerous.
they're dangerous
Especially their big man
if
down low.
Embiid is healthy.
Right.
And again, when you see it, Embiid went down, the Wizards won. So anybody can beat the Sixers when Embiid goes down.
Shouts out to Ben Simmons, man. I think Ben Simmons should have been the defensive player of the year, not Rudy Gobert. So shouts out to Ben Simmons. I'm gonna give you your flowers.
He better be able to pass the ball and play defense because he can't shoot the ball.
I gave it to him. Well, he can't shoot at all, but I like what he brings defensively and other aspects of the game. You know, as far as distributing the ball and the ball handling. And I love him on the fast break also. I'm a big Ben Simmons guy. It's just I don't like the non-jump shot having Ben Simmons either.
Can't shoot free throws or threes either.
Yeah, but he brings a lot of other great things to his game that helps his team in the Philadelphia 76ers. Doc Rivers doing a good job coaching also. Shouts out to Sam Cassell doing a good job coaching over there, assistant coach of Philadelphia. My boy Brad Stevens, Sam Cassell would be a good fit for my Boston Celtics as a head coach. I'm just gonna put that out there. Move on to the Hawks versus Knicks series. And what do you think about Trae Young's growth and him taking over Madison Square Garden for this series?
So I'll say this is, y'all thought Julius Randle was the hero. I know Julius.
He got exposed this series.
Guys, Julius is from LA. Oh, well, he played with the Lakers initially.
He had the right game plan against him. He's a left-hand bandit. Like he's going left.
He's a left-hand banger. but he became a left-hand jump shot.
That's it. I mean,
And
he's
you
going
can't,
left.
and he's not a jump shooter, and he nailed
got
out
knocked
the three
better.
every time.
He's got
Yeah, he
range
got
now.
better,
Like,
but
he's even shooting
when the
threes.
stakes were high,
Right.
he became himself. And Trae Young is ice cold.
Ice trick.
Ice Trae.
Right. Pulling up from 30.
Andre 3000.
Right.
Ice cold.
Right.
Ice Trae.
He cold.
He said, come back to Atlanta. I got you.
He-
But at the end of the day, like, Trae Young's jump shot from 40 feet is better than Julius Randle's jump shot from 18.
Right.
So therefore, that's why the Hawks won. And I
They
really
got the
thought
better
the
roster
Knicks, honestly, I called the Knicks in 5. I thought
the
the team
beginning of
was
the series?
Yeah.
Nah.
But Capella
I
went
caught
to
Knicks in
another
7,
level.
actually, because I just think I thought they had the home court. That's what I picked.
Capella went to another level.
He did in that series. They didn't have nobody for him in that series. But
Simple series.
Knicks, man. In the future though, man. I mean, future bright for the Knicks though, man.
They made the playoffs. I'm happy for the Knicks.
Yeah, man. Tom Thibodeau did a great job. I mean, you got some veterans on that squad. Taj Gibson, Derrick Rose. I like the young guys. You got Obi Toppin. Emmanuel Quickly. You got some guys on that squad, man, to build around. It's just I wouldn't give Julius Randle like $30 million. I'd give him about $25 million contract.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's a banger. You know, he's improved. Great player.
He's a number 2.
He's not a 1.
He's number 2.
I agree.
Yeah, we found
3.
out in this series.
3.
He's not number 3.
No, he's a 3.
But
I know.
Hawks got a good roster, man. They had a better roster than the Knicks overall. They got pieces like Kevin Huerter, Bogey, Bogdanovich. You know what I mean? You got some shooters on that roster.
The
You
Hawks
got
didn't
John
show
Collins.
up in that series. Trae Young did. And Capella
They
did.
helped them out though. All right, we're gonna get into this Bucks Miami series. This Bucks sweep of Miami. What you think about the Bucks getting over that hump, man? Because Miami took care of them last year, man. We think about Giannis getting over that Miami Heat hump.
97 days off. That's it. Between last season and this season. I think that
Okay, I see what
affected
you're
the
saying.
Heat.
That bubble stuff, yeah.
I said the Heat's for a reason.
Right,
Because they're the only team that you can't set the S on it. And that's their season.
right.
You know, it was a tough season. I really like the pieces they have. I like Eric Spoelstra, great coach. I like the team.
Yeah.
But I feel like they were tired. And I feel like in the bubble, there's no distraction. And I think the people that stepped up last year were distraction.
Well, I mean, I love Tyler Hero. I love Duncan Robinson. But guys like Dragic that stepped up in the bubble for him, that he didn't have the same year. You know what I mean?
But he's always been,
I know, inconsistent.
inconsistent.
Yeah, so
One
you
year
can't really count on
amazing.
him like that. So.
One year he looks like Steve Nash. And one year he looks like Dragic.
I just I look for Pat Riley gonna do something in the offseason. He gonna figure something out. He gonna get another piece in there. I don't see them staying down.
But you know what? One thing I want to talk about is last year when we had this conversation, Bam was your guy. You didn't say anything about Bam.
Bam still is my guy.
Bam didn't do anything this year
Yeah.
in the playoffs at all. Wasn't even mentioned. You didn't even mention him right now. And Bam Adebayo. All right.
Yeah.
That's all you. Like, that's all I can remember in my mind is Bam Adebayo.
He was nice.
He didn't do anything this year.
He was
So
nice.
therefore,
He was
how you
nice
feel
last
about
year.
him?
I like him still. He done got his contract also, so he wasn't paid last year. You know what I mean, that'll make you play a little bit harder also. But I was just proud of the Bucks as a team and getting over that Miami Heat hump because last year they stunk it up in the bubble. But we're gonna move on to my Boston Celtics, man, and that 5-game series with the Brooklyn Nets, and we pretty much clean house in the coaching staff and the front office. So we looking for a coach right now.
Yeah, but
and,
before you get to all
and
that,
Danny
let's talk about the series before you get to all that.
Okay.
That was after the series.
Okay.
Before the series, what I'll say is what broke the Celtics is losing Jaylen Brown. I know that was before the playoffs.
I think we could have took him 6 with Jalen.
I agree. The Nets, honestly, I believe are the best team in the NBA right now. They have so many pieces, and even when they're not on, they can still make it work when they want to. But again, if you have Jalen, Jason, the team's different. I think everybody else outside of Jalen and Jason can be removed.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Time Lord coming back. My center, we found a center this year. Time Lord, Robert Williams.
But how do you feel about Kimba?
We can't trade him for a box of cookies. We owe him $70 million.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
you
bad
know,
contract.
it's one thing about the Celtics.
We got to
Now,
put a first round pick with him just to trade him.
one thing I don't like about the Celtics, I think about people like Isaiah Thomas, Kimba Walker. These are people that came to your franchise when y'all
They were damaged goods.
But your franchise was damaged goods.
One of them we paid for, one of them we didn't.
Yeah, but I'm saying your franchise didn't have anything, but y'all don't repay the people that come to your franchise. And it's sad to me, but again, Jaylen Brown.
Because we getting paid Isaiah Thomas.
Nah, y'all ship them out.
That's what you that's what you saying about
That's
us not
your
paying.
problem.
Yeah, that was smart.
I'm just saying, you know, the
If
Celtics,
you knew his injury history,
Danny's tired. You know, the
man, Danny's going home. Brad Stevens is in charge
Brad
now. Find
Stevens
us a
is
coach,
tired.
Brad Stevens. Hopefully, Sam Cassell or Chauncey Billups. I don't want to see no other coach other than them two. So hire one of them two, man. But as far as my Celtics, we bring back Time Lord. We're probably gonna trade Marcus Smart. Hopefully, we bring back Evan Fournier. That's a good piece. Hopefully, we bring back Peyton Pritchard. He's pretty good coming off the bench. I mean, we got some Nate Neesmith. I want to see some more of him shooting threes next year. You got some pieces, man. We got some work to do on the roster, though, also. So, Brad, put your thinking hat on, man, and put this roster together for us so we can get back on top, man. But let's think about Brooklyn and them as far as Harden injury, as far as with the
I think they still have enough when you think about Blake Griffin,
Oh, he's balling, man.
Kevin Durant.
He's playing
And Kyrie.
he's playing good role play.
When you're a 2 and you can be a 4 or a 5 or a 6 or a
Right,
7,
right.
he's there's no expectations for Blake Griffin.
He's
And
playing
he's actually stepping up with no
Right.
expectations.
right.
This is the first time. I mean, he hasn't had expectations, so therefore,
Playing center now. He used to play a power forward, but at this point in his career, he's a center. He's doing a good job.
yeah. But me playing center with Kyrie,
Right.
Kevin Durant, and if James Harden's healthy, I get all the garbage bucket. That's 18 points a game.
I'm worried about that injury, man. That hamstring injury is going. I don't see. It's gonna put him out for a while. I see him being out for like at least the NBA Finals or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see, man. You can't tell with injuries. But we're gonna move on to the second round. And this series right now is 2-0 to the Utah Jazz. And Mike Conley is hurt, but the Utah Jazz are balling, man. Donovan Mitchell's balling, Rudy Gobert's balling. That crowd down there in Utah, man, they got some, man, rowdy fans, man. They going crazy, man. They are affecting the game. I see their effect on the game.
The 2 best perimeter defenders are trash.
Nah, I ain't gonna say all that. Nah, you disrespect.
So at the end of the
Very
day,
disrespectful.
you know, when I see the Clippers go down to the Mavericks, to the Jazz, they don't have enough to come back because they're not a team. They're
They came back first
individuals that
round,
play
and,
basketball.
they do have enough to come back, and we'll
I
see
think
what they got.
Kawhi respects PG. PG respects Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi.
At the end of the day,
Kawhi,
they're
Kawhi's
not-
free agent after this year, so you know what I mean. He's gonna be straight regardless.
I want our host to release his bias today. Because at the end of the day,
Kawhi
neither
Leonard,
one of those guys
it ain't no
are-
secret. It ain't no secret. Kawhi Leonard, my favorite basketball player in the NBA. Bands
release your
man,
bias.
Huh?
Release the bias.
Ain't no bias. That's my guy. We gonna. I mean, they got a hole to climb out of right now.
I see the Jazz winning this 6 in 6 games.
Clippers in 7. We'll see what happens. Denver Nuggets versus Phoenix Suns. Right now, this series is 2-0 to the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix in 6. They have
You
momentum.
think Nuggets win 2? I think Nuggets win 1. I think Phoenix in 5.
I'm giving Nuggets 6 because they have the MVP.
They do. Shouts out to Joker, man. Great year. MVP Nikola Jokic. Awesome year.
The Joker did that, honestly. You know, not my favorite player at all, but ultimately
Best center in the
the
league.
best center in the league. I
Yeah.
can't knock it.
Hands down.
Facts.
Biggest thing. Leader.
Facts.
Yeah. But Phoenix Suns, man, Chris Paul taking over right now.
I believe Chris Paul takes
Leadership.
over this series and he becomes Chris Paul of old. He will turn this up, and that's why I say Suns in 6. Because Devin Booker hasn't played the best game yet in this series, but he will. And he'll give you at least 2, or he'll give you 40 or more.
Right. Well, we'll move on to the Hawks versus 76ers series. This series is 2-1 to the Philadelphia 76ers right now. What do you think about this series and the way it's going? Do you think it's what Philly in 6 or what?
I honestly said the Hawks will win this series because I thought Joel would be out the entire series.
I did.
This will be Philly in 5. The Hawks got their game.
Ooh, you
I
said
really don't
they ain't gonna
believe-
win. They ain't gonna win for straight.
Yeah, let's be respectful. The Sixers are the number 1 seed, and we'll say this: hey, if they're fully healthy, you have Tobias, you have Ben, you have Embiid. If you have those 3 players, it doesn't matter.
We ain't gonna leave out Steph Curry.
Non-factor, but again,
No, yeah.
they
He's
can
a
beat
shooter.
the Hawks. The Hawks are not consistent, and the problem is Gallinari. Gallinari's
He's
a
not the man,
person.
he's a role player.
He's supposed to be impactful.
He getting paid like he getting paid like an impactful
It's
player.
not about money in the playoffs. He's not impactful. And if Trey has a bad game, honestly, if I want to be a great coach, I put Ben Simmons on Trey.
They done
Chase him
did
around.
it. They done did it.
Okay.
But you
It'll slow him down
don't want
eventually.
you don't want to tie Ben Simmons out either. The defensive player of the year. I don't believe Gobert is defensive player of the year. Ben Simmons defensive player of the year.
The right person won the trophy.
No, I don't think so. I think I like Matisse Thybulle also with that Philadelphia 76ers squad. I like Tyrese Maxey also. Good young guys. Playing some good minutes for the Philadelphia 76ers. But yeah, I think the series is over in 6 games.
5 or 6.
Oh.
Serial is.
Last one right here.
All right.
All right, man. We're gonna talk about this Bucks versus Brooklyn Nets series, and right now this series is 2-1 to the Brooklyn Nets. Bucks got a big time win the other night against the Brooklyn Nets. What do you think about the course of this series? Where it's headed?
Brooklyn in 6.
Brooklyn is 6. Yeah, I see that.
Even without
I see
Harden.
them getting at least one more game.
When's Harden come back?
Finals,
Okay.
if they make.
Brooklyn in 6. The way Kyrie and Kevin Durant flow off each other, and they have a third player in Blake Griffin. Even if Harden's not there, they have Blake Griffin. And that's enough passing off the ball. All right? If you have Harden and Blake Griffin, that's too much. But
Right.
again, it's working right now. And Antetokounmpo, okay?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I said it right one time. Give it to me.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
But what I'm saying is he had to have a major game this game for them to win. And the game was a low-scoring game in the 80s, okay? So therefore, if the Nets score more than 100, it's a blowout.
Yeah, Drew Holiday, man, big time addition to the Bucks this year. He's proven that he's a good addition to that squad, and got Chris Middleton stepping up a little bit also. But I mean, well, I probably got Nets in 6.
Nets in 6! And the reason I say that because when I see Kevin Durant and Kyrie play together, and then ultimately have Blake Griffin on the side.
Blake been balling also.
Blake has like 6 times more dunks
Right.
in this year than he had in the last 3 years in Detroit.
Yeah, he's definitely rejuvenated by the motivation of getting a ring. So he's playing great ball. Shouts out to Blake Griffin and shouts out to Steve Nash also. Man, he's not getting credit for this coaching. I mean,
He don't deserve it.
I see what you're saying, but I mean, I understand it's his first year, but I mean, you gotta have somebody pulling the strings. He got D'Antoni on that coaching staff also helping him out. John Vaughn.
Has a great coaching staff with him, but again, this series is not a test for the Nets. The next series will be. I think, like, when I see them, I thought the Bucks would
I thought
test
this was
them.
gonna be a year.
I thought the Bucks would test them.
Right.
And I saw them
I
win
thought it was
last
going
night.
like 7, maybe.
But hey, like, we know this ain't a test.
We know what Giannis is in the playoffs.
So,
he's
Philly is the
he's
test.
not a playoff guy.
Philly's the test.
Ooh, yeah, especially for them because he's Embiid's gonna abuse them.
Embiid will abuse anybody on that team.
Yeah.
But again, let's see what the flow looks like because if they double Embiid, they have to rely on Ben Simmons to hit a jump shot.
They might not get out of that series with Harden though, man. We'll see. It's gonna be hard.
It's been real.
Yeah. But we're gonna end this episode of Tell How You See It podcast, man. I am your host, Dante Williams. I got Jarvis Francis with me
Thank you for
today.
having me.
And yeah, you gonna be back. We got the second round of the playoffs. We got conference finals. We got NBA finals coming up. So stick in there with us, man. We're gonna be with you all NBA playoffs. Till How You See It podcast. Your host Dante Williams. I'm signing off.